Hello my friends, it's Milrev and welcome to the most dangerous challenge we've had yet. We found these volcanic aliens on a foreign planet and our mission is to walk across all 32 of them. If we can do that, we'll be initiated into the Star Galactic Alliance of super awesomeness. We have 10 HP to do it, so I'm pretty confident, but we cannot jump until the finish. Let's go. Oh, I didn't expect it to be this hot. Oh man. Something's not quite right. But I have an idea. Come on, let's go. I want to start off by giving a huge shout out to Jay Video Games Reynolds for coming up with this and showing me how to do it for myself so I can show it to you guys. Make sure to go check out his YouTube channel in the link below. Give him some love. Today's tutorial is going to have 3 parts. The first part is just setting up a nice simple HUD for you to play with your game. The second part is going to be about taking damage and setting up the actual iframe mechanism. And the third part is going to be how to still have your character be destroyed and also adding special effects. So definitely stick around to the end if you need help with that. Without further ado, let's go. We're going to go ahead and call up a head nodon. So let's head over to first person and grab the head. Then we're going to do a pretty standard setup for the HUD just to create one. If you guys don't know how to do that, all you need to do is call up a box and attach it to the head nodon and then change a few settings. We're going to set up the box with these settings, turn all the properties off, the connection point Z- to Z+, and size 0.8 by 3.2 by 0.8. That should be good for your HUD. Next, we're going to call up a number object. So we're going to put it up here and just connect it to this guy. And then we're going to use these settings. Here you can see we turned off all the properties, including visible. We're going to do a kind of cool trick that you can do without it being visible. And we're going to turn the number of digits to 1. The only reason we have this set up actually is because it's a simple HP system, but if you're using another system, then this is completely optional. So a cool little trick you can do is if you go into the special objects and call up a texture, then you just leave it blank and attach it to the number. You can look on your screen and see, all right, you have a floating number, which looks super cool and it looks really clean. I like that. Actually, I didn't know about that. So thank you, Jay, for teaching me this one. Now that we have the HUD set up, we're going to call up a touch sensor and connect it to our person, which will detect when we're taking damage. Set it up like this. Of course, turn visibility off. We want the output timing on while touched, and you're going to check for whatever you want to give damage to your person. Now, we also want to make it about the same size as your person. Take that size and plug it in here and keep it center. Next, we're going to do some multiplication. So go to calculate and grab a multiplication nodon and then plug your touch sensor into here. Don't worry about yet what we're multiplying by. Just go ahead and call up a timer for the next part and hook that up to the output here. And in the timer settings, change the output after how many seconds to 0.01, so it'll output the signal after that time. Continue output for 4 seconds, that's how long you'll stay invincible. Next, we're going to go into middle, and we're going to grab a not nodon. So this is where the interesting part comes in. We're going to plug this output here into the not, and then plug this back into the calculator. This will help you to not take damage after you took damage the first time during that 4-second interval. Next, we're going to need another timer, so just go ahead and duplicate this first timer here and hook it up to that one. Then we're going to change the output after to 0.13, and same for the continue output. This will be how we make the blinking effect on the character. So if you don't want the blinking effect, then you can skip this part, but I recommend it. It's a good way of showing iframes. In order to make it work, you're going to need also a texture. Just leave it blank and you're going to connect it up to the person as well. Before we test it out, I highly recommend that you also use a damage effect. It just lets people know when they're taking damage, especially if you're using the iframes. Connect it to the first timer and you should be good. Let's check it out. So we have our alien friend out here to help us. We run into him, damage effect, and now we're blinking. Works perfectly, and that was pretty easy to set up. We're actually almost finished. Let's set up the last part. For this last part, we're going to call up a counter nodon, which we're just going to put down here, and we're going to connect the timer up to the countdown port of the nodon. Then go into the settings, and we're going to start this one at 3 and give it a range of 0 to 3. Also make sure to change the count timing to on change from 0. If you don't change the count timing, this will not work. Next, we need another not nodon, so you can just copy this one over here. Basically, you can use this to say when this one is 0, all you need is a not nodon to trigger a series of effects, one of which is to destroy our person. So We'll call on the destroy object and do this. Make sure to turn this invisible and destroy the person, connect it center, center, and don't forget, you must also make your person destructible by the destroy object nodon. This is the #1 thing I see people having trouble with when they're making these, is not putting the destroy object for destructible on the person. We can also just add in an effect. We can do the failure one or whichever one you like and connect it here as well. And then the basic stuff, we'll just put a timer here and lead this one straight to a retry. Also, just remember to have this counter going over to your number object, so it'll display how much HP you have if you're using that one, and let's check it out. All right, so we hit our alien friend over here. We have a couple of seconds of damage. Hit him again, and we're down to 1. And boom, we are done. All right, my friends, the moment of truth has arrived. Can we make it across now that we have the iframes, or will we fall to the same fate? Only one way to find out. Here we go. Ooh, okay, it's a little bit hot. Okay, all right. These guys mean serious business, but I'm doing okay. I still have some HP. Very, very hot. Ooh, my feet are on fire, but come on, I can take it only a little bit further. We got this, no problem whatsoever. Here we go. So perfect, not too difficult of a tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a like, and also check out Jay's channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description in the comments as well. Until next time. Enjoy your newfound powers, and God bless. Help! Somebody, get this off me. Yeah, I guess I'm okay. Yeah, we'll just go home.